That car sitting in your driveway, it's way more than just a machine to get you from point A to B. It's actually a super smart computer on wheels. And believe it or not, it's collecting a crazy amount of data about you every single time you drive. So today, we're going to break down exactly what your car knows, where all that info goes, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it.
So just take a second and think about it. When you get behind the wheel, what do you figure your car is paying attention to? Your speed? Yeah, for sure. Your location? Probably. But the reality, it goes so much deeper than that. And the wildest part is, it's happening without most of us even having a clue.
And look, this isn't just some small issue. In 2023, the Mozilla Foundation, these are the folks who analyze privacy policies for a living, they looked at 25 different car brands and came to this absolutely staggering conclusion. Out of everything they have ever reviewed, I'm talking apps, smart home gadgets, you name it, cars were the absolute worst for privacy. That one sentence really tells you how serious this is.
So how did we even get here? Well, your car has basically transformed. It's not just a mechanical thing anymore. It's a full-blown rolling data collection device, just packed with sensors, cameras, and, of course, an internet connection.
Now, the core tech behind all of this has a name: vehicle telematics. These systems started becoming common maybe a decade ago, but the really aggressive data collection, that really kicked into high gear in just the last 5 years. You can think of it as the brain that monitors everything from how you drive to your car's health, and then sends that information out into the world. The amount of stuff being recorded is just stunning. It's not just your speed or how hard you hit the brakes. The cameras on board, they can track your face and even your eye movements. It knows if you unbuckle your seatbelt, even for a second. It logs every place you've been, what phone you connect to it, and get this, even what you listen to on satellite radio. Literally, every single interaction is a data point. And that brings us to the biggest question of all. If your car is collecting all this data, who's it for? Because it's definitely not just staying inside the vehicle. This information has become a really valuable product in a hidden data market. So where does it all go? Well, a huge piece of the pie goes straight to insurance companies and data brokers. Companies whose entire business model is just buying and selling personal information. Marketing companies and even law enforcement also get a slice. The key takeaway here is that your driving habits are being analyzed by people you've never met for reasons you don't know about. And this is not just some what-if scenario. I mean, this stuff is real. Earlier this year, the whole issue just blew up when the Federal Trade Commission had to step in and take action against General Motors. The FTC basically accused GM of sharing driver data without getting the right kind of permission and slapped them with a 5-year ban on doing it. So here's exactly what was going on. GM was collecting super specific data, like every single time a driver sped or drove late at night. And that info was eventually sold to insurance companies. Those insurers then used your own driving habits you never agreed to share, to decide what to charge you for insurance. Pretty wild, right? Okay, so the problem is pretty clear. But here's the good news. You are not powerless. There are actual, concrete steps you can take to figure out what's being collected and get back some control over your personal info. Let's walk through them. All right, here's your game plan. First, just be aware. You can use your car's VIN, that's the vehicle identification number, on websites that break down your car company's privacy policies. Second, you gotta dive in your car's settings menu or its mobile app. You can often turn off data sharing permissions right there. And third, you can formally ask the carmaker to delete your data, which works especially well if you live in a state with strong privacy laws. Now, I gotta be honest, there is a trade-off to think about here. Opting out gives you way more privacy and just peace of mind. But turning off data sharing can sometimes kill those convenient features we love, like real-time GPS, roadside assistance, or using an app to unlock your car. It's really a balance between what you're willing to give up for what you get in return. Okay, one last thing, and this is a really crucial point that so many people miss. What happens when you're ready to sell or trade in your car? This moment right here is absolutely critical for your data privacy. So before you hand over those keys, there are 2 things you absolutely have to do. First, do a factory reset from the dashboard menu. It's just like wiping your smartphone. It gets rid of all your connected phones, your location history, and other personal data. Second, make sure you let the car manufacturer know that you don't own the vehicle anymore. So why is this so important? Well, because if you don't do it, the next person who takes that car for a test drive from the dealership could have their driving habits, whether they're good or bad, linked to your driver profile. Yeah, a complete stranger's driving could end up messing with your record with data brokers or insurers. So it all boils down to this. As our cars get smarter and more connected, they also get more invasive. The features are awesome, no doubt, but they come with a hidden price tag. And that leaves us with one final big question to think about. Is all that convenience really worth your privacy?